let's start off with the DBs.
Okay.
We'll start off with the DBs. First at corner, you're going to have obviously Bandy. That's a no-brainer.
Mhm.
On the other side, I think the competition is pretty much over between Ivy and Blades.
You think
Uh,
so?
I I think Ivy's going to be the starter. Now, the one thing I do want to see, and this is really really important. I heard them talk about it at the beginning of spring, um, but obviously with the injuries we had, maybe they couldn't do it. First off, I think that defensively we're going to play a 4-2-5 as our base with the striker.
Mhm.
I think Romeo Finley's going to play a lot more than he did even last year as the striker, and they're going to use McLeod to back up Shaq and Pinckney. So to give them a breather. I think you're going to see Finley, and obviously the backup to Finley is Frierson. I think those guys are going to be on the field unless we play a running team or it's a 3rd and 1 or unless it's a running down or a running team. I think we play striker 75% of the time because of how good Romeo Finley is
Yeah.
and how well he's played.
Yeah.
And obviously, and we're also thin at linebacker too, so that would help. So on the DBs, what I want them to do, if they go to a real nickel,
Mhm.
okay, meaning not Finley, I'm not counting Finley on this,
Right.
but if they go to a real 4-2-5,
No striker.
no striker,
Right.
I like them to move Bandy inside to the slot
Mm-hmm.
and then put Al Blades on the outside corner.
Right.
So obviously we have Bandy as a starter and we have DJ Ivy on the other side. If they go to a real nickel, I'd like to kick Bandy inside to the slot and put Blades on the outside man. And I think Blades will back up both positions. I think you'll see Nigel Bethel play some.
We'll see because Blaze did play did cover the slot quite a bit in our nickel packages last year. So
He has. The thing is, I think we need to use Blades' length because Blades is a bigger guy than Bandy.
Yeah.
And Bandy has a lot more short area quickness.
Yes, he does.
So to me, if you put Bandy on the slot and then have DJ Ivy and Al Blades on the outside.
Right.
But I do think Ivy's a starter opposite Bandy. So when we're in our striker or the base, it's going to be Bandy and DJ Ivy. One of the things I saw, and we both love Blades. Obviously, we love all the Blades. I mean, they're
maybe.
Yeah, they're as orange and green as you can get.
Yeah.
I saw that on Twitter. Blades said something about him. He thinks about it too much. Blake Baker, I think, talked about that about Blades.
Rumph has said it. Rumph has when he talks about the battle between Ivy and Blades, he says Ivy reminds Rumph a lot of himself.
Yeah.
Right. And then when it comes to Blades, the tools are there, the talent's there. Blades just seems that he's thinking too much, instead of just reacting and letting the those kind of aspects of the game come to him. He's trying to force it in a way mentally where it's kind of is drawing him back a little bit. And I think that's the reason why Ivy has really taken a step forward in that competition when it comes to him versus Blaze. Ivy has played great, and we've seen it through practices. We've heard it from Rumph. We've heard it from Baker. I mean, Ivy's he's come a long way, and he's getting better. And the competition was there between him and Blades, and Ivy did not shy away from it. Ivy was, and neither did Blades. To Blades' credit,
right.
It's just Ivy it just seems like the sharper DB right now, whereas Blades still has a little bit. There's certain little aspects of his game that he might be missing, and when it comes to being as sharp, he has to think less and just attack and react the way Ivy has shown us, thus far in spring.
That's the thing that and the thing, part of the reason that you prepare a lot and you watch a lot of film and you do that is so when you get out there, you can let your body go and you don't have to think, because all that information that you already put in your head, you already have that in your head. Yeah. So if you let your body go, you can just play freely.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to think.
Mhm.
And Blades has, and he flashes because Baker talked about it. He makes some big time plays. He made a huge hit. Was it this spring game or was it the previous one? That Blades made a beautiful hit on I forgot who it was that he knocked silly, but anyways, has made some really good plays and he flashes, but the problem is stability.
Yeah.
And the stability consistency is what I meant to say.
Right.
And to be able to do it consistently where he plays freely and lets it go.
I will, but with that being said, I will bet the house that consistency will come, and he will prove to be, every bit of the player that we think he's gonna be.
Absolutely,
it's there for sure.
Absolutely, Al Blades, he's going to leave a legacy of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, in a weird way, part of the problem is he wants it so much, and he wants. And you could tell, I think that's what he meant in that tweet that he sent out, is that he wants to be so perfect and he wants to, and I think it's actually hurts him.
Yeah.
Because that's when you think too much, you're scared to make a mistake, but Blades will be heard from, but I do think Ivy's going to be the corner. The two new guys are coming in, to Corey Couch and Christian Williams. To Corey, I think is a dog. He's a stud. He really is, but he's small.
Yeah.
Somebody said that he was up to like 170, but I don't know. I have a hard time. I mean, I believe he weighed like 140 something at one point last year, and so he might be up to 160, 165, maybe 170.
Yeah.
But he needs to get bigger. Christian Williams, I think, will see the field. If we have an injury, especially. But I think the three corners that you're going to see a lot of playing time are Bandy, Ivy as the starters, and then Al Blades.
Yeah,
going on to safety.
Yeah, you're talking about Couch's size. When I think about Couch's size now, I think about Nigel Bethel last year.
But Nigel's taller though. Nigel has a bigger frame than
Right, but I mean weight wise.
Right.
Nigel has made some strides in the weight room, and he's shown some flashes. Fast. He's probably, him and Zoe are probably the fastest guys on the team. I would think.
I'd like to see that race.
I mean, we'll see. Assuming Zoe hasn't lost a step because of the injury, Lorenzo Lingard, I call him Zoe in case you guys don't know. Him and Zoe, I think, are the two fastest guys. So I just want to see Nigel on the field, whether it's returning kicks or whatever it may be. But like I said, he's made some strides in the weight room,
by the way, I think Couch a red shirt. I heard, I can't remember where it was, and I think actually somebody said this in a tweet, that something about Bethel, that why hasn't he learned already. I don't know if people know this, in high school he was used everywhere.
Yeah.
He had no experience playing corner, or at least playing only corner,
right?
Because he's such a good athlete. They had him returning kicks, they had him returning punts, they had him running the ball, they had him. He was. I think the only thing he didn't do was punt.
Yeah.
So Bethel hasn't had that experience at corner that the other guys have.
Right.
So he's going to need a little bit more time to develop. You said he's gained some weight, some good weight, and so
without losing speed.
Without losing speed, that kickoff return showed it, and the one at Travis Paul, the kickoff return. So I think that's what's going to be, or at the DBs going to the safeties. And when you talk to a lot of the Canes family, and I get it, there's a bit of a bias to South Florida guys. That they want, they overrank the South Florida guys and underrank the guys that are from other places.
Right.
And at safety, Gervin Hall is definitely going to be one of the starters. Gervin's played great this spring. He's making that step to being a star.
Mm-hmm.
The other safeties, I think, is going to be Bubba Bolden. And here's the thing. He played 13 games as a true freshman at USC. Okay? Now, I know USC isn't the power that they used to be. You don't play 13 games as a true freshman at USC unless you're a baller.
Yep.
Okay? And Bubba he's 6'3", so he has that size. He has tremendous range. He can stick you. He can put a hit on you too. And Gervin's a big time hitter.
Yeah.
So as much as I like Amari Carter, and I do, okay, this reminds me of when we had Jamal Carter, Rayshawn Jenkins, and I always forget who's the third. Bush, and we had a Bush. We had three NFL.
Deion Bush. I love Deion Bush.
Three NFL safeties.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have three now, but I do think the starters are going to be Gervin and Bubba. I think Amari Carter is going to play an awful lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, but I do think it's going to be Gervin and Bubba. Derek Smith is, if they need somebody else also in there, I think will be the fourth safety. I know people are not fond of Robert Knowles, but I don't think he'll be on the field much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say that. And Keandre Smith, hopefully, I think he's a baller too. Hopefully, we probably could just redshirt him.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the DBs. That's the DBs the way I see them. Bandy and Ivy at the corners, Gervin Hall and Bubba Bolden at the safeties, and then we talked about Blades is going to be that first corner off the bench, and Amari Carter is going to be that first safety off the bench.